In the previous lecture, you have seen how to open a command shell and enter into Python Interactive and do some basic mathematical operation or use the Python as a simple calculator. In this lecture, you will be introduced to a very important concept in programming, which is nothing but variables. To do that, let's open the Python Interactive. So I'm going to open the command shell. And here again I have increased the font size to make it more visible. And next I'm going to enter into the Python Interactive by typing Python and pressing the enter key. Now I am in Python Interactive mode. Remember what you had done in the previous lecture? You have just used it as a calculator. Let's say just we are adding two numbers like 3 plus 2 and pressing the enter key, and you will get the result as 5. Now instead of 3 plus 2, let me just add some letters. Say for example, I am just adding A and B. A plus B. So before typing the enter key and seeing the result, just imagine what you will be seeing as a result when you add two letters together. So ideally you don't know the answer because there is no point in adding two letters together because you can only add two numbers together. Now let's press the enter key and see the result. So whatever you are seeing here is an error. So it's saying as name error, and in Python, if you are doing something wrong with the programming, you will get an error. So it's true with any programming language. In all programming languages, when you do programming, you have to follow certain set of rules, and if you are violating that, you will get an error instead of the correct output. Now imagine that A is holding a value 3 and B is holding a value 2. And if that is the case, when A and B are added together, you should ideally get an output as 5 because when 3 and 2 are added together, you will get output as 5. Now just watch what I am doing. I am just typing like A equal to 3 and press the enter key. So you are not seeing any result or any output here. What does this statement A equal to 3 means? It says assign a value 3 to a variable named A. Here you are using a variable with a name A and you are assigning a value 3 to this variable A. Remember in the previous session I have told you that in programming you will be using the equal to symbol not to see the output but for something else. So in programming the equal to symbol is used to assign a value to a variable. Now in this case A is a variable and 3 is its value. And similarly I am using another variable named B and assigning a different value. Say B equal to 2 and press the enter key. So once you do that, the variable named B will be holding a value 2. Now both the variables A and B are holding some values which are some numbers, and therefore you can add these variables together. Now let's do the same operation here, which is A plus B, and see the output. After typing A plus B and pressing the enter key, you will see the output as 5, which is nothing but 3 plus 2. So this is the concept of using a variable in a programming language. So a variable is used to hold a value, and after holding a value, you can do any kind of operation with that variable. Now again I am doing some more mathematical operation with the same set of variables A and B. So let me do A minus B, so which will be equal to 3 minus 2 and will be equal to 1, and A into B, and it will be equal to 6, and A divided by B, so it will be equal to 1.5. So in this lecture we have introduced the concept of using a variable, and a variable is used to hold a value. The equal to symbol in programming is used to assign a variable with a value. Now you will be seeing more about variables in the coming session, and you will be using a lot of them in the programming as well. And before moving into the next lecture, just do whatever you have seen here. Use some variables to hold whatever values and do some mathematical operations with them in the Python Interactive.